Computer, change the window display, please. Too tranquil. Something else. Later. Something different. Too different. Please change it to something else. Okay. Perfect.
Incoming communication from...
Imaginary Gary.
Do you wish to acknowledge?
Fine. What is it, Gary?
I'm sorry. Am I bothering you?
Yes. Yes, you are. I am in my quarters trying to get a few minutes away from you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. You doing anything important?
No, I'm just sitting here reading a replication of one of my favorite comic books from my collection.
Is it the Rocket Raccoon #1?
Maybe.
That's the one where a super sexy raccoon, his super sexy walrus companion, and his super sexy otter girlfriend do super sexy stuff?
Exactly, except without all the super sexy stuff.
Can I borrow it?
No, replicate your own. The last comic book I lent you came back all oily and smelling funny.
I told you it was nothing but lanolin.
You know as well as I do that lanolin comes from the sebaceous glands of sheep.
So, it's a natural substance known for its healing and moisturizing qualities.
And it's used primarily to soothe chapped nipples. And somehow, it got onto my comic book.
Can I help it that I find Ben Grimm a big orange slab of delicious? Don't judge me, dude.
I'm not judging you, I just don't want my comics wrecked by your raging libido. Now, what do you want?
Well, the thing is, I need like a couple of rubber gloves, a toilet paper roll, and some rubber bands.
Do you think I'm the requisitions officer? Go talk to Vermont.
I did, but he said that I can't replicate that stuff anymore because we're running low on the composite molecules or something. He says I've replicated too much stuff.
Oh, well, it sucks to be you. What am I supposed to do about it?
Well, you're captain, and you're my best friend, and I thought that maybe...
That I should order Vermont to replicate that stuff for you?
Yeah, I mean, I really need that stuff.
For what?
Important communications officer kind of stuff.
Rubber gloves, toilet paper rolls, and rubber bands are important to communications?
Yes.
How?
Don't tell me my job, I just need them. Also some Astroglide.
Gary,
Yes?
we've been friends for a long time, right?
Yes.
So when I ask you this next question, out of respect to our friendship, I would like you to answer honestly.
Okay.
Are you making a fifi?
What's a fifi?
Have you been eavesdropping this whole time?
Of course I have. There's literally nothing on this ship to do, so I figured out how to hack the intercom system and listen to everybody's conversations. This ship is crewed by a bunch of pervos, you know that?
How did you hack the comm system? You are the least technologically savvy person on this ship. You think television works by magic.
It was easy. I just told the computer to hack the comm systems because I wanted to hear everybody's conversation, and it did it.
Well, hooray for you. Now get off. This is a private conversation between me and the captain.
How about both of you get out and give me some peace?
But what's a fifi? Is it some kind of drug thing? Like you put all that crap together and then you can smoke crack or bennies or paint or something?
No, it's not a drug thing. Now take your butt and get it out of our conversation.
Oh, come on. I've already heard, like, all of it. I may as well stay. And besides, there's something I want to talk to you about. Something important. But first, a fifi. Do I want one?
What? If you guys are getting something, I want one too.
AJ, what are you doing in this conversation?
I was trying to find out who the traitor was, so I hacked the comm systems.
Hey, did you use that trick where you tell the computer to do it?
Sure did. Anyways, so far, no luck in finding out who is leaking information to Reverend Pone. Remember that plot thread?
Yes, I remember.
Hey, you butt out, AJ. This is a private conversation between me, Jason, and Gary.
It was just between me and Jason.
And I didn't even want to have that conversation.
Whatever, I'm part of it now. So, where's my fifi?
You're not getting a fifi. Gary's not getting a fifi. No one gets a fifi.
Oh man, now that I know I can't have one, I want one really bad.
Me too. I demand that you give me a fifi.
And if he gets one, I get one. You better not fucking give those two idiots fifis before I can get one, Captain.
Nobody is getting a fifi! Can I please go back to doing what I was doing before any of you guys called me?
What, watching porn on your window screen?
No, reading comic books!
Oh, nerd porn.
Okay, that's it. You fuckos can stay on the comms. I am going to go find someplace on this ship where I can read in peace! Alright, nobody's gonna find me in here. Huh. Well, you know, Gary's right. That otter is kinda sexy. So gross! God damn it, Fundy! Can't you see that I want a little peace and quiet?
Yeah, but I don't care. Anyways, there's something super important I want to talk to you about.
I have learned that when it comes to you, the things that you deem super important aren't.
That's not true. When I think something is important, it's important because I am important.
Like that time you put the ship into a state of red alert because you couldn't find your sleep mask?
That was an emergency. You don't want to have to deal with a fundy who hasn't had a decent night's sleep.
Right now, I don't want to deal with a fundy that's well rested, tired, on fire, or giving out free hand jobs. I just want to read my book.
But my important thing.
Fuck your important thing.
Hey, Captain, it's me, Vermont.
How many people have hacked the comm system? What do you want, Vermont?
Can you please get Gary off my back about the stuff he wants? We only got so much molecules and stuff for the replicators. We gotta replicate food and stuff, you know.
Wait, so all the stuff we replicate comes from molecules?
Yeah, where'd you think it all came from? We got these big storage bins full of molecules and atoms and stuff, and we're running low. So unless we stop someplace and get a top off, we're gonna have to start rationing.
I'll talk to Dunderhead. Maybe we can tractor beam in an asteroid or something and convert it into usable material. Are the waste reclamation units still functioning?
Yeah, but you guys are consuming more than you're excreting. The system was made to replicate food for us guys to eat and then process our waste back into usable replicator material. But some of you guys have made items that ain't food.
Wait a minute. I am pretty sure I just heard something super gross, but it was disguised as nerd babble.
The waste reclamators convert our waste back into material that we can use to make food.
And by waste you mean...
Shit and piss.
Okay, just give me a second. It still hasn't hit my panic centers yet. Here it comes. Ah! Are you telling me that we're eating and drinking our own crap and pee?
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. We are in space. It's not like we can just stop off at the closest 7-Eleven and pick up stuff.
But our own poop! Our own poop!
What? Poop ain't that bad. And besides, the waste reclamation units convert the poop and pee back into usable molecules and atoms and crap for the replicator to use.
I think I'm gonna barf.
Well, if you do it in the toilet so we don't lose any more material.
Hey, Jason, everyone on board wants a fifi of their own.
How did they find out about them?
Turns out everybody's hacked the comms, so even though most of them don't know what a fifi is or what it's used for, we all want one.
And all I want is 20 minutes of alone time to read my comic book.
AJ, did you know that we're basically eating and drinking our own poo-poo and pee-pee?
Of course I did. All waste products are reprocessed for the replicators, just like on Star Trek.
Are you saying that whenever that baldy big bald captain guy on that Star Trek show ordered his Earl Grey tea, he was drinking repurposed urine?
Probably.
No, he wasn't. Look, you morons made of meat. I want to be left alone.
Look, this will only take a second. Just order Vermont to let me replicate.
I know. Fifis. All y'alls want fifis, and Fundy needs to talk to me about some fucking shit. Well, fuck all of y'all. Ah!
What about our fifis?
Okay, those assholes won't be able to find me in here, mainly because I don't even know what here is. It's a little dark. Computer, lights? What the fuck is this? There you are. Can we talk now? God damn it, how did you find me? Like this. Computer, locate the captain.
The captain is located in the secret holodeck.
See?
Great, so I have zero privacy. Wonderful. You guys are driving me bonkers.
What do you mean? How are we driving you bonkers?
Because there's no escaping you guys. I see you on the bridge, I see you in the mess hall, and when I want some time to myself, you guys follow me around.
Well, maybe it's just force of habit. I mean, whenever we used to meet, it was in the garage, and now that we have each other 24/7, we're just doing what comes naturally.
Huh, I guess you're right. We don't have personal time anymore. Back home we had jobs and significant others and stuff.
He's more than right. We need a place where we can meet for a few minutes and do what we used to do in the garage, and then the rest of the time we leave each other the fuck alone.
Well, what are we supposed to do about it now? We're stuck in this flying death can together.
Well, we better come up with something, or I will seek privacy by throwing myself out of the airlock.
But what?
Yeah, what are the four of us standing in a holodeck gonna do to have a space where we can interact like we used to back home? I have no idea. Okay, before I turn on the lights, what are the rules?
When we want to talk about something that is not work-related, we wait until we come in here.
What happens in here stays in here.
And no matter what we talk about, we gotta remember, I am always right. Not a rule, but fine. Okay, computer, lights. Holy shit!
It's both amazing and depressing.
It even has that smell of cardboard, nerd sweat, and
An undertone of cat pee.
that's it!
Oh, well, I see you nosy Nancy's found the holodeck.
We sure did, Dunder Jerk. Why was this room kept a secret from us?
Simple, a holodeck is an inherently dangerous device.
How? Everything in here is just a hologram.
I mean psychologically dangerous. Holodeck addiction is a very real possibility.
Then why did you build it?
To see if I could, duh. Now remember, gentlemen, limit the use of this thing to no more than, say, 15 minutes at a go. And please remember to turn it off when you're done. The power drain this holodeck causes is considerable. Now, if you'll excuse me, we have that whole stopping a madman thing that we're supposed to be doing.
Okay, now what? Ooh, me, I have something. Okay, I can't believe I'm saying this. What is it? No, do it right. Fine. What is it, asshole? That's the stuff. Okay, as you guys know, more than likely we're gonna meet Jesus Christ pretty soon, and I want to make sure that you guys aren't jerks to him.
Number 1, you don't know. We might catch Poem before we reach Bible Times Earth. Number 2, more than likely Jesus never existed for us to meet, even if we do get there. And number 3, I am always a gentleman.
You don't know, Gary. What if he does exist? What if he's all, Jesus-y and stuff?
Oh, he'll be there all right, and he will be at Jesus level that is over like 9,000.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe? You aren't seriously thinking that Jesus ever-loving Christ might actually exist?
I'm a skeptic. That means I have to allow myself the possibility, no matter how infinitesimally small I think it is, that he could be real. See, even the atheist knows that Jesus is real. I never said that. What I said was that there was a very small chance he could be real. If we were playing the odds based on the available evidence, I would bet money that walk-on-water Jesus will not be there. All I heard was that he could, and that's all that matters.
You really should just say that he won't be there, Jason. Otherwise, you'll let Fundy exploit your answer.
He sure does, and the exploiting is sweet. But saying that I know for a fact he won't be there is an equally as inaccurate statement as saying that he will be. Until we're there and we can see for ourselves, I must allow for the possibility. I am confident that he won't be, but to be scientifically accurate, I must allow for the gaps in the available data. Man, it feels really good talking like this again.
So, if he is there, and he is the dude whose daddy is the big man, what then? Convert? Do we all become Christians?
Of course you do. Man, what a great day that'll be.
Who said I would become a Christian?
But you'd have to. You'll see Jesus getting his Jesus juice all over everything, and then you'll know that I was right the whole time, and then bingo, bango, bongo, you're a Christian.
Maybe, but all it would prove that there was a dude named Jesus with special abilities, not that he was the Son of God.
Special abilities? Oh, you mean like transmuting liquids, healing incurable diseases, bringing the dead back to life? That stuff?
Yeah. Sure, I'd think it was amazing that he could do those things, but his abilities wouldn't prove that he was divine.
What? But he says he is. All the people say he is.
Just because a bunch of people say something is true doesn't mean that it is.
Then if he isn't God's kid, then what is he, huh? One of them mutants from the X-Men?
If he was, he would barely be a gamma-level mutant. He could also be an alien, or a magician, or maybe a trans-dimensional being. Who knows?
Ooh, but you have to do that thingy where you have to allow for the possibility that he's divine.
Sure, but just because he has powers doesn't mean...
Doesn't matter, you said it's possible.
Dude, there's gotta be a better way to state what you want to say that Fundy can't twist to his advantage.
Not really. It's the truth. And besides, it's not like it matters either way. Fundy's never gonna believe that Jesus isn't real and divine no matter what I say.
Darn tootin'.
I'm prepared to be wrong, even though I am pretty confident that I'm right. Fundy, on the other hand...
What? What other hand? There is no other hand.
Oh yeah. If you're right and he's not there, Fundy might go a little cuckoo.
That's impossible because he is.
But what if he isn't?
Or worse, what if he is, but he's nothing like the Jesus in the Bible? What if he's just some dude and all the stories told about him were exaggerations or complete fictions?
That's never happened. The Bible is totally accurate.
You know the story of Lady Godiva?
The chocolate maker?
No, the lady that rode a horse through town all naked because she lost a bet or something. She rode through town naked because she made a deal with her husband that if she did, he would abolish taxes.
Okay, weird, but what does that have to do with anything?
It never happened. Lady Godiva was real, the town of Coventry where it supposedly happened was real, and her husband was real, but the story of the nude stuff is all bullshit, but everyone believes it was real.
Okay, so one time, big whoop.
Well, there's Marie Antoinette. Everybody thinks she said let them eat cake, but that was just propaganda. She never said it.
Napoleon wasn't short. Van Gogh probably didn't cut off his own ear. Einstein wasn't bad at math. Vikings didn't have helmets with horns. There's tons of stuff. There is a very real possibility, Fundy, that if Jesus was an actual dude, he's nothing like the guy in the Bible.
Okay, you guys are talking crazy now. Jason admits that there's a possibility that he could exist and could be the Son of God, and that's that.
But it also means that if you accept the possibility he's real, then there is a possibility that he isn't.
I don't gotta do nothing.
But what if he is, Fundy? Or what if he's, I don't know, black? Or a woman?
Oh, but what if he's a magician? Or a con man?
Okay, that's it. I am opening up my curse box. I'm taking out one curse. Fuck you guys. There's nothing to think about. Nothing.
It seems to me that you are more than a little worried, dude.
No, you're worried because if I'm right, then you gotta make up for a whole lot of sinning.
And if Jason is right, then you gotta face cold hard facts.
I want a Fifi.
No fair, you're changing the subject.
Let him. He's about to have an aneurysm. No fifis. Vermont said that it takes up too much material. I talked to Professor Dunderhead, and the next suitable asteroid we pass, we'll tractor it in, and then the whole crew can have a big Fifi fest.
Oh, yay, I can't wait! What is a Fifi?
Yeah, I was so excited about it, you guys never told me what it was.
Oh, Gary, would you care to explain?
Well, usually you make them in prison. See, you take the toilet paper roll and you stuff a rubber glove into it. Then you secure it with rubber bands and then you lube it up on the inside and you fuck it. It's a masturbation tool? Well, yeah. See, mine kept breaking from overuse and I needed a replacement. Well, a lot of replacements. So I was having the replicators make the stuff, and then Vermont said that I had used too much stuff, so I couldn't do it anymore.
Why didn't you just have the replicator make you a fleshlight like I did? You can use that thing over and over and over again for like forever.
Like you did.
Yeah. I mean, gross. You're all gross. Prison fifis, are you crazy? You're all reprobates that are gonna burn in hell. Let's go back to talking about meeting Jesus.
Why? We'll catch Pone before he reaches Earth.
Well? What do you have to say for yourself?
I'm sorry
For what?
for making people think that maybe I would quit YouTube and not make videos anymore.
Say it again.
I'm sorry.
Tell him you're never leaving.
I'm never leaving.
Tell him that you got an itchy butt and you like to scratch it.
You're pushing your luck.
Okay, fine.
Shout out the podcast.
Okay. Hey everybody, it's me, Oswald. And I'm here to shout out some podcasts. Go listen to this, and this. Okay, well, goodbye.
That was fast.
Yeah, I know. If they want to find out more about the podcast, then they can click down in the box down below where all the links are. I don't have to keep saying the same ding-dang things every week. Besides which, they're not even clicking them. They're just here to see my beautiful face.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I saw you packing a suitcase.
Yeah, my new job is sending me down to Irvine, California next Friday, so I'm going to be gone next weekend. So I'm hoping that you'll hold down the fort.
Oh, I will hold down your fort like I'm a big commando guy, and I'm like, hey, fort, you stay there. And fort's like, I'm gonna move. And I'm like, no, you don't. And I grab him and I hold him down like that, and I say, you stay there, fort.
No, I mean, just watch over the house.
You got it. What's in Irvine, anyway?
Well, I just gotta... I'm coordinating something for my business. It's nothing special.
You should do something fun while you're down there.
Well, maybe.
What's down in Irvine that's fun?
I don't know. It's kind of close to Disney.
It's kind of close to what?
I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. You said it's kind of close to Disney, and then you didn't finish it. Close to Disney what?
I don't want to say it.
Why?
Because if I say it, you're going to want to come with me.
So?
Well, I don't think my coworkers would really appreciate me bringing my little blue furry monster with me on a business trip.
You're going to tell me what the ending part of Disney is, or there will be trouble.
What kind of trouble?
Like I'm going to push your car into an estuary.
When you use big words, it means you're really going to do it.
Oh, you figured me out, huh?